pretties, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here today. If you're new, I'm Jen, your magic mama, coming to you with 25 years of experience in the art of tarot divination. Alright, I have a great video for you today, a super special video. One of my subscribers lovingly sent me this oracle deck, Believe in Your Own Magic, and so I just thought I would unbox it with you and discover what's inside. I haven't really had a chance or opportunity to look at them, so wanted to just give you the opportunity to look at them with me. So this is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace, and the artwork is by, and please pardon me if I get your name wrong, and if you see this video, please correct me, Janina Medeiros. So I'm really excited to look into this deck and see what it has to offer. So we'll just unbox it and then see what we have here. Alright, it's a blank piece of paper. And right off the back, they show you the cards up front. So with some cards, you'll get them face down, but these, they have them looking you right in the face. So here are your cards. They're banded. They're a nice size too, and they have no borders, which some people I know really appreciate not having a border. So we'll go through those in a moment, and then wanting to make sure, yep, here's the book. It's just really in there. So here's the little accompanying book that goes with it. Let's see. Believe in Your Own Magic. The difference between tarot cards and oracle cards. I like to use my oracle cards as a way of getting like guidance for the day. So I like to use them as words of wisdom and not necessarily for divination or intuitive reading. They say no reverse meanings. I know some people like to read reverse meanings, so that's really good to know here. And then they go through what each card means. And it looks like you have witch cards, and you have, what are these? Princess cards. Are there any other type of cards? Let's see. Mermaid cards. And that looks to be it. Cool. Well, I'm really excited about that. It's a really nice box. It has I think the cards too, like there's this like really soft, like matted feel to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. This is the back of them. I love it. It's very like princess crown artwork. Okay, so let's just dive in. So the first card we have is Princess. You can be your own knight. I really love this. It's something I really try to impress upon my daughter, that she can be her own heroine. She doesn't have to wait for anybody else. So I love that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Evil Queen. You deserve sugar, no salt. So I feel like in a lot of like fairy tales and stuff, save for a couple of characters, evil queens just want kind of what the ingenue always gets, right? So realizing that, yeah, you deserve sweetness in your life. I will say you also probably need to be mindful of the salt that you're throwing out as well. So love that. Oh, I love this. Tower. Unplug, relax, and relax for a spell. So normally we see a tower as like a crumbling, crashing, violent thing. And this is really like this character standing tall. Yes, she's inverted, so you can get meaning from that, which is really cool. But it really kind of gives this like power of resetting, and you feel her own power. And I honestly love how already diverse this is with like bodies and complexion. You don't really get to see that in a lot of tarot cards. A lot of tarot cards are, to be honest, a good many of them are set towards the standard image of beauty. So really liking to see all bodies celebrated here. All right, we have the mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. I love this, and I love like there's like this reflection of really seeing your own beauty in it and being in harmony. That's what I'm seeing with these like birds singing. So that's awesome. Let's see, what else do we have? Stars. You can manifest your every wish. And I love how they like bring this whimsy and magic to something that is so practical. So you're sitting on your bed, you're talking to your friend, there's books here. So it's not just, you know, pie in the sky. It's a way to be practical about it. All right. Dragons, slay them all. Again, I love how diverse these cards are. You see she is walking with a prosthetic leg. So it's, to me, this really is showing this like having been hurt or before in some way, and taking your power back. I love this. Really is powerful. And we have sword, make the change, and it looks like she's about to cut her hair. So this is driving to like this like commitment to a decision you want to make. And I know a lot of us, a lot of people like to do like a drastic change when they're going through a transformation. A lot of times it's like getting a drastic haircut can be really meaningful and powerful to people. So I really like that they're connecting with that. We have wings. You never needed those wings to fly. This, I'm just kind of in awe of this card. It really, so you see this tower and it really kind of gives this imagery of like Rapunzel with like, you see the curtain and it looks like flowing hair here, and it really is just speaking to like what limitations are we placing on ourselves of like, oh, if I only had this, or oh, if I only had that, and realizing you already have the power in you all along. All right, next we have Phoenix. How's that for a happily ever after? Really, this gives me High Priestess vibes. This is giving me like, I kind of like you are conjuring it and creating. You are the creator of your own story. All right, and then we have red, forgive. And I feel like, so there's lots of apples here. It looks like it's lots of, it might be tomatoes, but it looks like apples. Which apples can have a lot of different meanings. It can be like beauty, it can be knowledge, it can be truth. I know in like Snow White, if we're going with princesses, you know, she eats the apple and dies. And I feel like there is that like, I'm seeing this like forgiving yourself thing, not just forgiving others, but really like being compassionate to yourself. All right, and then we have the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. I feel like this is kind of that Pollyanna thing, that make lemonade. If you feel like you're surrounded in darkness, be the light, be your own light. So I like that this feels very powerful, like you're taking charge of your own power. Next we have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. This is really interesting because you have this woman who's in the forest and she has the fae and it looks like will-o-wisps, and I feel like this is kind of like that don't seek anyone's approval is, I'm getting kind of, it's okay to be different. It's okay to go against the grain. It's okay to subvert expectations. Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. And I love this. It can be hard to see. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to put it up close. But she has stretch marks and like kind of looking like tiger stripes. And really, I know for me, I found so much more appreciation for my own body after having my child. Really just owning the power that I have of like really creating life was so amazing to me, and I think this card is just beautiful. All right, Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. And so there's like this beauty in something that is also prickly, and really being like, you are the creator of your own life. You are the creator of whether of the beauty or of the things that you if you're going to hold on to things that cause pain and are toxic, that's all you're going to see and be. And so really creating realizing you're the creator of your own story. You get to decide what's beautiful and how you want to wear it. Then we have garden. Something lovely will grow from this. And it looks like she has a little flower in her hand, and you have the sword here. So really this feels like you're cultivating something. All right, and then we have Bitch Fire. I love the name of this card. Stand up for yourself. It really is this kind of, she's got flames on her nails as well, of that like kind of do no harm but take no crap type of mentality. So I really love, like, there's a spark here. It's kind of this like, don't test me, and then knowing who you are. It's like there's truth to that. All right, and then we have flower. Be honest with yourself. And it's interesting, she's covering her mouth here, and I feel like we grow, like, if I'm feeling this, like, her hair looks like branches and tree stuff. So you're growing what you put out into the world. So really being mindful of that. I love that. All right, tree, let them go. So this has like this like burning bush type of thing to it. And it's like, there's no point to stay when something is, I'm almost getting like burning bridge from it. Like, there's no reason to stay at a place that's not going to bear fruit anymore. We have lavender. Surround yourself with love. This really gives kind of that like 3 of Cups type of vibe to me, of just community and contentment. I really like this card. All right, Lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. I have in my Moonology Tarot Oracle deck, I have the Virgo moon as you are enough, and I see here it's the I am always enough, and that's something I've really tried to live by. We are born enough. You never say to a baby you're not enough. You do better. That's just crazy. You are always enough. You are born enough. You die enough. You are always enough. There's no other way for you to be. Right, Clover. Release your guilt. So for this, I feel like there's, I don't know if how y'all feel, but when I feel like guilt or shame, I really feel like almost this like burning coming up into my chest and up my neck and into my cheeks, and I'm really getting that evocation. This card is evoking that to me, and I feel like there's also a little bit of atonement, right, from here. So these cards have really good imagery. All right, and next we have Library. Take control of your own narrative. You see her kind of strapped up here, and this is giving me a little bit of that 8 of Swords vibe here of you have the ability to cut your own strings if you only realize it. You don't have to have someone manipulating you. All right, and then we have confidence. It comes with time and practice. And really it does. Like, people will just think you should just be confident, or you can be in a certain stance and pose and just be confident. But really you have to be bad at something, and to start first, you're gonna be bad at first. But starting out is the first move and the first step to the journey to confidence. All right, next we have potion. Remember to practice self-love. What I love about this card is, and it says basic witch, which really kind of is the mentality that I live by, is that she's in her own room. And yes, she's got her cauldron, but she's got her mason jars. If you're, I feel like any witch worth his or her salt definitely has a house filled with some type of mason jar to store their herbs and stuff. And I just love how homey it is. She's in her socks. It's very practical. It's down to earth. And that, to me, this is like, self-love doesn't have to be manicures or spa days or salon days. Those are massages. Those are all really nice, but sometimes it's just really practical stuff, right? It can be taking a shower. It can be eating a meal, drinking some water. I know I can always drink some water. And I just love how this is just very practical. Basic ways for you to take care of yourself. All right, mural. Be your own first priority. This is really interesting. I think I have to sit with this card for a little bit for some reason. And my daughter fortunately hasn't been drawing on the walls yet, but this just really gives me like her with her cat and be your own first priority. What I'm seeing here is, like, you see this castle up in flames, but then you see this beautiful garden. And it's basically, what do you feed? What do you nurture? Do you nurture the flame, or do you nurture the garden? Okay. Next we have feather. Think first before you judge. Oh man, this is bringing me back. I'm sure there are plenty of you out there who played light as a feather, stiff as a board at many of your slumber parties. So think first before you judge. This is really interesting. I'm getting this kind of like mind over matter thing of, I have to sit with it for a moment, but think first before you judge. There's information that you don't know yet, right? There's something that's going on that you're not aware of, that you need to get a different perspective before you make any judgment calls. All right, witch. Justice is coming. Interesting. So she's looking at this wardrobe, and you see a baseball bat on one side and you have a sword on the other. You have boots and you have shoes. I feel like this is talking about this kind of duality. I know I can feel that way within myself. I definitely have the duality of like professionalism with work and then being a mom, or yes, I have like the woo-woo side of me, but then I have this very practical side of me too. So really interesting. Protest. Start a revolution. This card just brings me so much joy. I really feel like it is talking about this like community, and that there's kind of this responsibility, right? There's a responsibility and self-love to ourselves, but to our fellow woman, and just fellow humanity, to ask for what we deserve. All right, we have feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. So this gives me kind of devil vibes of like this overindulgence, hedonism. and how we can splurge and really not pay attention to, I'm saying this like taking for granted the things that we have in front of us, until they're gone, and then we don't realize it, and we had all this wonderful joy and abundance, and then we just wasted it. So that's really cool. All right, castle. It's time for healing, not war. So this gives me like after the tower vibes, where everything is down to cinders and we're kind of at this defeatist overwhelm, and it's really just a time for care, for love for ourselves and for others. All right, we have universe. We're all just stardust. And this is really true. Like, I love how true this is. It just resonates with my soul, but it's also literal. We are stardust. So I love honestly to take, there's a meditation practice I like to do sometimes where I just think of how connected I am to everything. I just try to take myself and bring myself down into like the cellular level and then the atomic level, and then I think about something else that's the atomic level, and I just realize that we're all just a bunch of electrons and protons just floating around in the same area. It's a really cool practice if you have an opportunity to do it. All right, now we have escapist. Come home from yourself. Interesting. I have to sit with this one for a moment, but come home, not from yourself, come home to yourself. I feel like this is resonating. What it's saying to me is like the stories we tell ourselves, right? And really going back to our truth. What is your home? What is your home base? Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. So she looks like she's dreaming about this like pie in the sky thing, and not being in the present, which then she misses this moment, right? Right, voyage. You already have all the answers. So you have this map. It looks like she's on a voyage to somewhere exciting, and it looks like she's just missing out on this because she's so focused on her plan and trying to make a decision. She doesn't realize that she's already there. She's already where she wants to be. All right, shark. Swim away from the situation. This definitely gives me this like dangerous vibe territory. I have like the Ghost. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Ghost, but like Molly, you're in danger, girl type of thing. So really a word of warning. All right, and then we have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. I love this so much. So there is this, I believe it's this like Japanese art where you take broken pieces of something and you seal it with this gold metal, and it makes it more beautiful than it was before, where you can really take things that have wounded you and you can find the beauty in them, and realizing you don't need fixing. You are good and whole as you are. You are complete. All right, gray. Endings are inevitable. I feel like there's a poem called Nothing Gold Can Stay, and this is really giving me this mentality of like there's a sunset, right? And things are inevitable. Everything will come to an end one day. Next we have villain. You can always rewrite your story. This is really interesting. You have this beautiful conch. I'm getting almost like Little Mermaid vibes from this. I remember like her voice was like put into a conch, at least in the Disney version of it. So she has a stone. It looks like she's about to like smash this, but you have the ability to change what decisions you make. Right, raindrops. Take a chance on them. Interesting. I'm feeling this is like, there's a little bit of magic here, right? I'm seeing a little bit of magic in the way that we pursue our lives. Morning, the world awaits you. And she looks like she's underwater. A new start to a day. I feel like this, like my Coffee Conjures that we have, the series that we have, really is kind of like this card here. It's a great way for me to start the day and join y'all before we really get into our day and what it brings. We have Sundress. Do it for yourself. So you see, she looks like she has a little bit of like different complexion within her skin, and you don't have to do anything for anybody else. If you want to wear makeup, wear makeup. If you want to wear sexy lingerie, wear sexy lingerie. If you want to wear a sundress, wear a sundress. You don't have to seek approval for anybody else's like eyes. You can do things just for yourself because you want to, and it makes you feel good. We have Homeward. Take yourself out on a date. I really love this. It brings us like, there's like whimsy and magic into the world, and that we don't have to just stay in the mundane. We can see beauty in the world that we exist in now. All right, we have Spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Really, this gives me this like, I have the song like Fly Me to the Moon, just because I'm seeing the spaceship and the musical notes here, and really it's just, you can soar, you let your heart soar. This is what I'm getting from this card. We have two more cards. So we have Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. And you see like the sky is starting to part. Yes, we've had some rain, but things are going to dry out. And then last we have Throne, which is your potential is endless. So you have the princess, you have the witch, and you have the mermaid here. And it's just like combining that power, that you are kind of in charge of your own fate and your own destiny. So these are beautiful cards. I love these all. Let me know in the comments what you think and which card was your favorite. I'd love to hear it, and I'm excited to use these in my future readings. So all right, until next time, I'm Jen, your magic mama, asking you to be well and be kind. See you next time.